Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2021 Hungarian Darts Trophy. First round action coming to you live from Budapest, live on PDC TV and live on Arena 4. It is time for our second first round match of this afternoon. Would you please welcome on stage, at only 22 years of age, one of the most exciting talents of his country, a two-time winner on the development tour. Please welcome from the Netherlands, Nentjes! His opponent from Belgium. Earlier this year, he managed to secure his tour card in Niederhausen at Q School. He is a former World Darts Trophy champion. Please welcome Foxy Gert the Fox. Wayne's gonna move on.
We are at the Pablo Arena, and it is a fantastic thing to be here in Hungary for the next 3 days. We all saw last night from our hotel rooms what it was like when the Hungarian fans left the arena across the road after a 4-0 defeat, but they're all going to get their spirits back when they all flock here over the weekend. It is going to be quite sensational. And speaking of quite sensational, for this second match of our Friday afternoon session, it is my distinct honour to welcome to the Euro Tour in the commentary booth, Jaws Colin Lloyd. Welcome, Colin.
Too kind, Paul, too kind. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Hungary. Fabulous game, first game there.
Very much so. Very good test for Willie Borland, and he will be given a slightly different test tomorrow against Nentjes, of which we know very little about in 2021. But as far as these two are concerned, there is a very good narrative when it comes to these playing each other. So let's get into it with our referee, Hugh Ware.
Nentjes to throw first. Game on.
First thing that springs to mind, Paul, is youth against experience. How many times are we going to see that over this weekend?
Plenty of times.
81.
We've talked at length over the last few days about how the game just seems to be a little bit different these days, and some of the stalwarts are
45.
almost starting to make way for more youngsters coming through, and one of them, undoubtedly, is Nentjes of the Netherlands. And these two may have played each other in somewhat local, more local competitions, in the sort of Benelux region. But the one meeting that they have in the sort of stats era, it was earlier this year, it was very, very important, because when De Vos got himself a tour card, in doing so, he beat Nentjes to get his card. It wasn't that long ago. It was only about 8 months ago.
Wow, that's a really good stat there. But I don't think that's going to make any difference in this match.
180.
It's interesting to hear, Paul, like you say, about the youngsters of today. They're creating their own luck. They've got respect
64
for the more experienced player, but they look at him now and, well, I want what you've had. I want to be up there doing that now.
140.
So they're creating their own persona when they get up there. They want to go up there and they want to explode. They want to play well, and it's great to see, and it's great for the game.
Bullseye for 167.
142.
And you saw that bullseye wire shift. That's how close it was. And De Vos, Foxy as he's called, he almost bust that 41. But he does find the double four, and that will settle him down. Doesn't matter who you are. Second, you get that first double in, you do start feeling a little bit better.
Yeah, very much so. And the thing about it is, Paul, that was a breaker throw. So Nentjes there, obviously, like you said, he pushed the wire on the bullseye. He knew he needed to hit it because DeVos was standing behind with 3 darts in hand to clear up the 41.
What are you thinking when you go for that single 9 for double 16 and you almost hit the treble 14 and you've got 2 dots left in your hand thinking, that wasn't part of the plan?
Yeah, I can't really say the words you're thinking, Paul, but when you do that. But it's the first leg of the match. You know, there's a little bit of edginess, a little bit of nerves.
100.
You know yourself, Paul, the one thing you don't want to do in a big event like this, you don't want to be going home after the first day.
Correct, and you do not want to be going home back to the Netherlands or to Belgium at around about 2 o'clock on Friday afternoon. You may be home before some of the matches even start this evening. That is not a good feeling. But DeVos, who has shown a lot of prowess on that treble 20 bed in his career, has only played 1 European Tour match in his career so far as a qualifier, where he lost out to Danny Noppert in last year's Belgium event. Nentjes finds his first maximum of the match. Just get the feeling, Lloydie, that this one is going to catch.
I think it is. Well, we've been spoiled, Paul, over the years with Gert DeVos. We know what a heavy hitter can be. But I have to say, sitting here commentating on this match, I really like the look of this Gert Nentjes. He's got a very, very promising career ahead of him. How many times have we said that about a youngster coming out of Holland?
Correct. 419s will leave the ball for DeVos. Gets the other 3.
101.
He misses the bullseye this time with Nentjes having the possibility of a re-break. He does like tops and 10s like most lefties do. That one's not a good dart though.
35.
Neither is that one. DeVos will revisit that single 9, hopefully for double 8.
Very disappointing final dart there from Nentjes. But 17 for double 4. And this will be up a break.
17.
Ooh, wide both darts.
Here to acquire 5.
I get that because he hit double 4 in the first leg. I think he might have just found a friend. They've just had a little bit of a disagreement. Nentjes takes a bit of time here on double 2. Willie Boland had some trouble down here in the first match. And no trouble for Nentjes, who, quite frankly, when I was looking at this last night doing my research, I could not believe it. He's making his debut in a European Tour match.
It's hard to comprehend, isn't it, really?
It really is. Considering he has had a tour card for the last couple of years, before this year, and then when he lost it, he got it straight back. Now, what does that tell you about Nentjes?
Yeah, that's grit, determination. Doesn't mind putting in the hard work, obviously, Paul. And that's what it takes.
93.
You know, we can look at someone like Nathan Aspinall. He lost his tour card, thought he'd made it, and he'll openly admit that. But worked extremely hard.
39.
Got his tour card back and is now a major champion. And one of, dare I say it, one of the big guns.
I'd have to say that he is a big gun. And that very gun is going to be here tomorrow. But the person waiting for the winner of this one is the #1 seed,
44.
Joe Cullen. He is the last person to have won a European Tour event in East Germany almost 12 months ago.
Class player is young Joe.
100.
I think he's, by all reports, chatting with Devon Peterson yesterday. I think Joe's flying in today. Don't think he's going to be too bothered, although maybe he should be about who his opponent's going to be. He probably won't find out who he's playing until he actually touches down in Hungary.
Yeah, Joe is one of those players
79.
who has built a career around the Euro Tour, which we haven't had in 2021 up until this afternoon, and we are thrilled that it is back.
58.
This one's 1-all, and Nentjes not really putting a big hole in that score there, and DeVos has got a chance here with that first dart in.
140.
Look at the way those points just nestle together with that ability. That's a rare skill.
Right in the corner, but back comes Nentjes. He would love it if he fills this up.
140.
Good pressure shot though. Pressure on Gert DeVos now to take out this 143. And that's a great start.
Yeah. 57 first on there, and all over that shot.
Here to acquire 68.
But this is a huge opportunity now. 15 darts thrown for each. 48 for double 10 was the attempt. Trying to leave tops and 10s.
48.
Comes up with a low dart for the second time in 2 visits to offer DeVos another shot at double 4.
He seems to like double 4.
Game
He seems
shot
to
the third
very
leg.
like double
Hit
4.
DeVos.
The one thing I know about
Fourth
DeVos
leg,
in
hit
his
DeVos
career
to throw
is
first.
he has done
Game on.
bits. He's done some good stuff at Lakeside. He has got some great fans in Belgium, one of them being Jackie Gernthals. Mad Hat Jackie. Oh, a great guy. But
40.
largely forgotten that he's won the World Trophy when he beat, of course, Jeffrey de Graaf in that final.
Yeah. And that's how you know, Paul, you don't get handed majors. Whether it was a
99.
BDO major or a PDC major, you don't get handed it. You have to work for it. So he certainly knows how to get over the winning line on the big stage.
Hasn't won before on the European stage, but this is, of course, the infancy, possibly, of their PDC careers. Still a long way to go for DeVos and for Nentjes.
139.
Just got a lovely camera angle there of the way that DeVos's darts sit in the board like this. You see them kink to the left. It's very Gary Anderson-esque, that.
Yeah, very swingy.
140.
And it's not doing him any harm. He's scoring extremely well here. Just needs someone, Paul, I feel, in this game. It's either going to go all the way or someone's they've got to take the scruff of the game. And it'll be interesting to see who that will be.
That's got to be the perfect first start for DeVos.
76.
Of course, you don't often get 2 players with the same first name yet. I don't think there are many other dart players who have got the possibility of making the European Tour with the first name Hiet. And I love the pronunciation that we got from our MC, Philip Brzezinski, who does a fantastic job. It's great to see him as well.
100. Here to require 125.
It's got to be the bull, surely.
Got to be.
Tops. Oh, he pulls it low. He does have that tendency now and again just to let it go a little bit late, and we've seen it 3 times in the last leg and a half. This would really, really hurt. Looking at the 16s, forward leave tops. Oh, and how did that miss?
52. Here to require 20.
Well, double 10 for a 4th breaker throw. Double 5. Oh, that was a big dart, Paul. That was a big dart. Now, does he bust it or does he?
No,
he's busted
score.
it. It's good thinking. On my personal thinking, I think that's a good move.
I believe that is the right thing to do in that moment. But Foxy is looking at tops. That is with punctuation, that shot. And DeVos gets the first leg advantage of this contest so far. And when they did meet earlier this year, of course, it was DeVos that won. So,
59.
Q School for here at DeVos. 1 day, job done. It's pretty good. Doesn't often go that way. A lot of people tend to go there for the full 4 days.
180.
But the funny thing was, the very next day, Nentjes got through. And I thought, that just shows us a little bit more
96.
about Nentjes. He got hit in the chin by losing in the final on the first day. And then what did he do? He went straight back and won the next day. He's got resilience, this guy.
Yeah, that shows grit and determination. You know, Paul, I went to Q School just the once, and I was there the 4 days, and that's when I realised then I wasn't quite good enough anymore.
180.
You know, it felt like I had a headache for 4 days, and it was just stress and pressure, basically, and I just thought it was time for you to move aside, old man, let the young guys through.
You're not that old.
Old enough.
Yeah, I've been to a couple of Q schools myself. 1 successful one and 1 failure, but I'll tell you what, it really does test you as a dart player.
Here to require
There's already a
161.
lot of chatter about the Q school for next year, but we should be talking about this. And DeVos is looking at the ball. Oh, what a shot from Kurt DeVos. This guy can play. He is here for a reason, and he has got the bit between his foxy teeth.
Double breaker throw now, Paul. The experience showing there of Gert DeVos. 161 out. All the pressure now goes onto that young man's shoulders. How will he react to it?
140.
Someone, as you can see from the finishes per leg, somewhat cagey stuff, but the last couple of legs from De Vos. No misses at all. Single 12 tops, 60-51 ball. What's he going to conjure up here? Well, De Vos, anything he does is not an accident.
140.
Later the Grand Slam, he put in a wicked performance there once. Huge average. So if he gets some confidence and he gets that style of his, that beautiful, I like to call
96.
it a very Mike Gregory throw,
Yeah.
slightly smoother though. If he gets that right, he has got such a career ahead of him.
Joe, I'm glad you said there, Mike Gregory, because I'm staring at the game intently, and I thought, why do I know that throw? And it's very Gregory-esque, as we would say in the darting world.
50.
And
require
not a lot goes wrong with it.
138.
It's just like set, a little wiggle, bang, little wiggle, bang.
Yeah, good rhythm about it. He couldn't possibly. Well, tops.
98.
Good find, because that was not an easy shot with the flight in the way. He could have easily bust that shot, but he's not doing anything wrong.
135.
Well,
Heads
top for
require
Gert De Vos
40.
now to take a 5-1 lead and in a very, very, very commanding position. It's a great marker. And he uses that marker beautifully. Gert De Vos takes a 5-1 lead over Gert Nentjes.
Doesn't strike me as a player that is worried at all, even with Nentjes finding that start.
140.
So many opportunities from this position to get the job done, but if you can go into round 2 on Saturday with a
58.
big victory and a good average, because right now De Vos is in the around about the 93 range, which is very, very accomplished, but there is possibly another gear to be found. You can see there from the first 9 that Nentjes has been scoring better in the first 9, but he has been let down by a couple of shots on the outer ring.
He has, yeah. Very much so, Paul.
100.
The thing I like about Gert De Vos is it's not that he's winning the match. Far from it. He's not showing any emotions. He's just getting on with the job in hand. That's not to say if he does finish this match off as a winner that he might show a little bit. But he's in complete
60.
control of his emotions, Paul, which is nice to see. Because everything's going into the dart. Not using any other energy somewhere else.
Correct. He's not wasting anything.
91.
Well, 283. A lot of people like the 19s here. He's not going to go down there. My thought process would have been get a 133 downstairs and then stay on the 19s for 2 trebles for double 18.
Yep.
But it is Nentjes who gets himself a little bit closer.
8th leg,
He'll be thinking 1 down and 4 to go.
Game on.
Yeah. I think the one thing with young Gert Nentjes, this is a learning curve for him, but I also think that Gert De Vos knows
100.
that he's not going to go away. He's going to have to win the leg, as we say, Paul. He's got to win that final leg because Nentjes is just going to keep battling. He's got nothing to lose now.
Absolutely.
140.
He's free rolling now. So if he can just stay in this calm rhythm, he might get the next couple of legs. You see the leg breakdowns.
135.
Best leg of the match comes from De Vos with a 12 darter, and that was courtesy of that 161 checkout, of course. But Nentjes with his best effort in the last leg.
First little bit of emotion and a little bit of disappointment, we'll say, from Gert Nentjes then.
59.
He's just trying to manage his expectations at that point. He has got a very level head, has Nentjes. And you mentioned the emotion levels of De Vos. I suppose
40.
you've got 2 Belgian players who are going to play for Belgium in a couple of weeks, in Kim Huybrechts and Dimitri van den Berg. But they approach the game slightly differently. One's very zen, one's not so.
98.
And which one would that be?
From my experience, Kim Huybrechts would be non-zen, but he's won 2 of these European Tour titles, and Dimitri's won
38.
none of them. So, and we're not going to see Dimitri in this tournament because he was knocked out in the qualifiers.
Yeah, unbelievable. What a tough Belgian pairing, though, for the World Cup.
96.
Is it their time?
Well, it could be. They're best of friends as well, which really helps, so they can feed off of that. So,
lots to talk about when it comes to the World Cup. Everybody will fancy Wales.
81.
And
To require
DeVos will
108.
fancy that 107 if given the opportunity to serve it out for 6-2, but Nentjes can close him out. And he's not going to be able to do so. How do you win darts matches? You stop people from getting a match dart. That is Geert Nentjes' job. He hasn't been able to stop
52.
DeVos here, so it is 107 for the win. 57 first. Well, still an opportunity. And he doesn't get a match start. In fact, he doesn't even get
27.
close.
Two very poor darts there. Nentjes, he has to step in here, Paul. He's got to. 2 darts for tops to make it 5-3. It's not a bad marker.
16.
Be disappointed with that.
To require 80.
Good. Centimetre and a half above the requisite target. And DeVos needs 2 of them, or the equivalent of. Double 10. His first match start on the European Tour stage. He gives it a smile.
60.
Interesting show of emotion there from DeVos. He smiled at the miss.
Knowing that he hasn't got through a first round, Paul, is he going to struggle to get over the line? That's a tough dart there for Nentjes.
30.
Yeah, that was a really difficult guide, wasn't it? You can see from that camera angle there just how much 20. You can see. Not a great deal, even at his height. So Foxy has the same bed. And a very different result as he gets his first European Tour victory in his second attempt. But Nentjes on debut, wait for his first victory in a European Tour match. But DeVos, he plays against Cullen tomorrow, and I've got my eye on that one. That could be very, very special. As could the next match here on stage, because we welcome for the very first time on the European Tour stage Richard Veenstra of the Netherlands, and he's going to take on the needle Keegan Brown, who has set a personal best average this year. Let's grab a word with Foxy.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause to Geert Nentjes.
He's going to have a chat with Foxy, so stick it to PDC TV. We'll be back soon.
And we congratulate Geert DeVos on making it through to the second round. Geert, come up here with me. Geert, a win is a win, but that could have been a different story there had Geert hit his doubles a bit better than he did.
Yeah, it's true. He missed a little bit doubles in the beginning, but I take it longer and so it's good. It's good.
You were 5-1 up, and then it could have been 5-3. What were you thinking that, okay, I've got to get this over quickly now because I could let him back in here otherwise?
No, it was 5-1 up, then it's not his turn, so I was thinking 5-2 is okay. I started well, then I missed again, so yeah, he missed now double, so it's good.
Second round tomorrow is going to be Joe Cullen, someone who is in absolutely fantastic form at the moment, so you're going to need a great performance against the rockstar.
Yeah, I know. I never played against him. I can play a good performance, so we'll see.
A premiere tomorrow in Budapest. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Geert DeVos. And after this first round battle between the two Geerts, it's going to be the Netherlands against England in our next match. Richard Veenstra is going to play the needle Keegan Brown.